Gather round, children, and let Master Magus tell you the story about the two little mice and the very old owl. One day, two little mice went scavenging for food, as they did every day. They were very, very hungry little critters, and none of their cousins could help them, for they too were very hungry. The two little mice had one friend, the wide-eyed dog, but he lived inside a house and could not get out to share his rations with them, so they always just talked through the glass of a window. The wide-eyed dog just seemed to bark and bark and bark, and the little mice did not really understand much of what he was trying to say. Mostly, the wide-eyed dog would be warning them about the very old owl. He did not like the very old owl, not in the least. But the two little mice were more concerned about the creepy cat. They never actually saw the creepy cat, but always found his footprints somewhere, so they made a point of keeping an eye on the side, just to be as vigilant as possible and keep safe. So on this day, they were rummaging through a garbage bin, not finding any food at all, when suddenly the wide-eyed dog went hysterical at the window, foam raging from his mouth as his anger could be heard from far away. A shadow fell over the two little mice, and the very old owl landed on the side of the bin next to them. He greeted them with a big friendly smile. "How are you today, my friends?" asked the very old owl. They told him about their hardships and struggles, and the danger of the creepy cat. The very old owl lifted his foot and revealed to them a large chunk of cheese he found earlier. He offered it to them freely, and they joyously gobbled it up with much gratitude. "Thank you so very, very much," they said. "We have been so very hungry." "I am only glad to help," said the very old owl. A moment of silence passed, and the very old owl said, "Would you like to come by for dinner later tonight? I stay by the old tree." The two little mice's faces lit up with excitement. "Yes, thank you," they replied, imagining themselves with full tummies and warm blankets. "See you later," said the very old owl, and flew off. Later that evening, the two little mice arrived at the old tree, and were warmly welcomed by the old owl. He invited them in, and they all sat down at the dinner table. "My friends," said the very old owl, "you never have to worry about the creepy cat again. You are safe here." Tears of joy swelled over their eyes and ran down their cheeks. One of the little mice had just wiped his face dry when he noticed his mate was no longer at the table. He looked around but could not see him. "Where did my friend go?" he asked the very old owl. The very old owl replied, "My dearest friend, this is the nature of the world and all its beings, and I've been keeping the rodent infestation in check for a very, very long time." Dread fell over the little mouse, his cheeks turning pale as snow. In a flash, the very old owl grabbed his little body in his claw and viciously ripped off his head. Nom 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 nom. The end.